The Story of Hocus Pocus, 1993. On October 31, 1693, in Salem, Massachusetts, Thackeray Binks witnesses his little sister, Emily, being whisked away to the woods by the Sanderson sisters, 3 witches named Winifred, Sarah, and Mary. Binks confronts the witches, but fails to save Emily, and her life force is drained, making the witches young again. After that, Binks is transformed into a black cat by the witches, cursed to live forever with his guilt for not saving Emily. After discovering the children missing, the townsfolk arrest the sisters and sentence them to be hanged for the murder of Binks and Emily. Before their execution, Winifred casts a curse that will resurrect the sisters during a full moon on All Hallows' Eve if a virgin lights the black flame candle in their cottage. Binks decides to guard the cottage so no one can bring the witches back to life. 3 centuries later, on October 31, 1993, Max Dennison reluctantly takes his younger sister Donnie out trick-or-treating, where they meet Max's new crush Allison. The 3 visit the former Sanderson cottage, now an abandoned museum, where Max inadvertently resurrects the witches. The witches attempt to suck the soul of Donnie, but Max comes to her rescue. Escaping, Max steals Winifred's spellbook on advice from the immortal cat Binks. He takes the group to an old cemetery where they will be protected from the witches, since it is hallowed ground. The witches eventually catch up to them at the cemetery where Winifred raises her unfaithful lover Billy Butcherson from the grave and sends him after the children. The witches pursue the children across town using Mary's enhanced sense of smell. Winifred reveals that the spell that brought them back only works on Halloween, and unless they can suck the life out of at least one child, they will turn to dust when the sun rises. After luring them to the high school, the children trap the witches in a pottery kiln and burn them alive. While the children are celebrating, the witches' curse revives them again. Not realizing the witches have survived, Max and Allison open the spellbook, hoping to reverse the spell on Binks. The open spellbook reveals the location of the group, and the witches track them down, kidnap Donnie and Binks, and recover the spellbook. Sarah uses her singing to lure Salem's children to the Sanderson cottage. Max and Allison free Donnie and Binks by tricking the witches into believing that sunrise was an hour early. Thinking that they are done for, the witches panic and pass out, allowing Max, Donnie, Allison, and Binks to escape. Back at the cemetery, Billy catches up to the children, takes Max's knife, cuts his stitched mouth open, and insults Winifred before joining the children against the witches. The witches attack from the air and snatch Donnie. Winifred attempts to use the last vial of potion to suck the soul from Donnie. Binks knocks the potion out of her hand, which Max catches and promptly drinks, forcing the witches to take him instead of Donnie. The sun starts to rise just as Winifred is about to finish draining Max's life force. In the ensuing struggle, Allison, Donnie, and Billy fend off Mary and Sarah. Max and Winifred, struggling in the air, fall onto the hallowed ground in the cemetery, causing Winifred to turn into stone. As the sun finishes rising above the horizon, Mary and Sarah are disintegrated into dust, along with Winifred's stone body. The witches' deaths break Binks's curse, allowing him to finally die and freeing his soul, reuniting him with Emily, as they both head off into the afterlife, while Billy returns to his grave to sleep. As the film closes, Winifred's spellbook opens its eye once more, revealing that it is still alive, indicating that the witches could possibly return again someday.